What's going on, guys? So, real quick, if you follow me on Twitter, you know what this is about. It's about that fucking Veronica movie. Netflix, you're 0 for 2 right now when it comes to impressive horror movies. Whoever's working at Rotten Tomato, please someone take him out back and just put him out of his fucking misery. Who the fuck said this was one of the greatest horror movies of all time? Advertised as people can't even make it to the end. Chances are people can't make it to the end because it's so fucking boring. Just gonna throw that out there. I just got done watching a piece of shit. And it's literally a piece of shit. I'm more interested in the story of the fucking detectives. Movie isn't even about them. But it says at the beginning of the movie, this movie is based off of the evidence that the detectives saw. Okay, either this detective is stalking this bitch, that's how he knew what she was doing for 3 fucking days, or that's just fucking filler, and by God, it's the most boring fucking filler I've ever seen. Whatever the case may be, this movie sucks. And Reddit, or Rotten Tomatoes, you're a piece of shit. This movie is beyond garbage. The movie starts off showing you the end of the fucking movie up to 3 minutes before the credit rolls. Who the fuck does that? Who? In Get Rich or Die Trying, at the beginning, 50 gets shot. However, that's also the middle of the fucking movie. Not the end of the damn thing, the middle. They show you what happened all the way up to that, and then, oh, we'll skip over that scene because you've already seen it, and then here's what happens after it. What the fuck was that? I was like, please tell me that wasn't the end of the fucking movie. We got to the end of the movie, and I was like, motherfucker, that was the end of the fucking movie. This is bullshit. I went into this expecting a great fucking movie. I was like, it's got great scores. They're saying people can't sit through it. Yeah, people can't sit through it because it's so fucking boring. This movie is literally 2 fucking hours long with the ability to literally see the scares from a mile away. And the anticipation of them means jack dick. I'm sorry, it doesn't mean a damn thing. It is literally that bad. It's not the greatest horror movie of all time. Paranormal Activity, the first one, can scare you home alone in the middle of the fucking day. I'm just gonna point that out right now. I get that I get it. It's based off of a real thing that happened in the 90s. Whoop-de-fucking-do. But here's the kicker. True stories have a thing. There's no in the middle here. Either a true story is really fucking good, or it's really fucking bad. And unfortunately for Veronica, it was really fucking bad. Really fucking bad. I think Netflix, for every person who watches this sack of shit, you should give them a free month of service. I really do. You're wasting your consumer-based time here with this fucking movie. Not only that, but you've wasted my time with Human Centipede too. There's a lot of shit you put out. And unfortunately, the South Park joke that's running around rampant is you'll support any fucking thing. And this kind of actually cements that. South Park goes, hey, we'll pitch it to Netflix because Netflix will buy anything. And I'm like, I don't know if they'd actually buy anything. Then I see this movie. They'll buy any fucking thing. This is bullshit. This movie is so fucking bad. I'm sorry that it's based off of a true story and all that shit. This movie is total shit. It does no justice to anybody who was actually involved. It does no justice to anything. It does no justice to the paranormal genre in the horror genre. It does no justice to the horror movie genre in a whole. It does no justice to anything. They need to create a whole new genre in movies called boring as fuck movies. That's where it belongs. And I know what you're gonna say. Well, what about? I know you said something about Assassin's Creed and not wanting to see it because it's got subtitles. I've watched anime my entire life, pretty much. I was watching Dragon Ball GT before a lot of people were watching Dragon Ball GT because it didn't come on television, and I knew where to go pick up, VHSs and shit like that for like $2-3 of imports of Japanese television. So I was watching anime with subtitles long before this. I just don't want to go pay money in a theater to do that. And that's, my right as a person to say I don't want to do that. And I've seen Assassin's Creed, so it's not that big a deal. Did I care that there were subtitles? No. I mean, I know how to watch a movie and read subtitles at the same time. I know how to do that. This movie was literally fucking boring. Like, everybody's talking about, oh, it's a must watch. No, it's not. If you want a good movie, a really good movie, please don't watch this. Just please. Go watch Poltergeist. That movie's rated PG and is actually decent. Go watch, Paranormal Activity 1. That's a really good horror movie. Oh my god, there's so many better horror movies than this that it's almost a fucking shame to say that this is in the horror genre. And like I said, I get this is based off a true story, but at the same time, they could have totally made this movie different, still called it Veronica, and it could have been a hell of a lot better. A hell of a lot better. There was no reason for this movie to be 2 fucking hours at all. You will, I'm sorry to say this, undoubtedly become uninterested halfway through the fucking movie. If you can make it there. Because the first 5 minutes, you're just like, okay, what's fucking fixing to happen? And then all of a sudden it drops you into the most boring of situations, making you just disattach from it and go, I don't fucking care anymore. And I'm like, okay, so how many, this is literally what happens. The best parts are happening, fade to black, and go into another scene that has nothing to do with what I just watched. And it says 3 days earlier. So now I gotta watch them build up to what I just watched. Hope it's not boring. Fuck, it is. It's about a schoolgirl who's in school, who's in the 9th grade. You don't give a fuck. There's no build to her dad passing away. There's no build to why she wants to talk to her dad. Were they close? What's going on with that? There's no explanation to it. She just says she wanted to talk to her fucking dad, who's dead. You care nothing about that because there's nothing there for you to give a fuck about. When they show you the picture of her dad, you're literally like, who the fuck is that? And it isn't until she's like, this is my dad, you're like, oh, that's her dad. You don't know who it is. You don't care who it is. You're just waiting on them to, and I'm sorry, this is exactly what I said in the movie because I was so fucking bored. Can they hurry up and kill this bitch? Because I'm ready for it to be over. It is so fucking boring. It is so fucking slow. And the first 5 minutes to the last exact 10 minutes are all you need to watch of that movie. You don't need to watch any more of it. If you watch the first 5 minutes and then you watch the closing 10 minutes, you're good. You're not missing anything. It's fucking horrible. And I know it sounds like, oh, you're just saying this because you don't, you're not on board with this. No, I'm being honest with you. Okay, I watched a lot of shitty movies. This one falls in the category of underneath the fucking pile of shit. Like, it's literally, oh, we had to dig into the shit to get to this. It's fucking terrible. I really wish that he would have made a movie based more around they saw this and then this happened, because there was more after it decided to go to black and show you, what's going on with the people who are now alive. There was more interesting shit in reading that than there was the whole fucking movie. Oh, well, the detective who was at the scene of the crime asked to be transferred somewhere else because shit started happening. What the fuck was happening to him? Why the fuck we couldn't see it? And why in the fuck am I having to read about it? It sounds more interesting than what the fuck I just watched. See what I'm saying? So, like I said, this is just me. I'm not ranting about this movie, but it's fucking terrible. Um, Rotten Tomatoes, take whoever the fuck said this was a 100% thing out back and cancel his fun contract because he doesn't need to be rating movies anymore. He is misleading the masses. He is misleading everybody. This movie belongs in the uh, guaranteed to suck fest, if anything. And I'm sorry to the guy who made the movie because he made they call it rec. I call it record. It's REC. It looks like the record button in an old VCR. The first one was incredible. Dude, put the cocaine down. Seriously, this movie sucked. Put the cocaine down, realize, oh, accidentally wrote in a better plot at the end of the fucking movie than what I put in the fucking movie. And the first 5 minutes are better than the filler from the beginning and the very end. This can't go out. This is fucking horrible. I'm sorry if this hurts anybody's feelings, but everybody seems to be sucking this movie's dick, and it doesn't deserve it. It's fucking terrible. Deuces.